Welcome to Volume 9, Part 3. As we continue to explore the deep wisdom of the gurus, philosophers, and poets, some are ancient and some are present day. On this particular insertion, we're going to look at Mahatma Gandhi. And pretty much everyone knows who he is. You may be surprised to know he has his own perspective on addiction. A little bit about Gandhi very quickly. He lived from 1869 to 1948. He's internationally revered as Mahatma Great Soul. Was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and political ethnicist who led the successful campaign for India's independence from British rule through nonviolent resistance. His early life in South Africa, 1869 to 1914. His birth and education, he was born in Porbandar, Gujarat, India. He traveled to London at age 18 to study law at the Inner Temple and was called to the bar in 1891. His formative years in South Africa in 1893, Gandhi moved to South Africa to represent an Indian merchant in a lawsuit. Experiencing racial discrimination firsthand, he spent 21 years there developing his philosophy of Satyagraha, truth force, or nonviolent resistance is what that means, while fighting for civil rights for the Indian community. His return to India, Gandhi returned to India in 1915 and soon took leadership of the Indian National Congress, organizing rural peasants, farmers, and urban laborers against excessive land tax and discrimination. Now let's get to his stance on addiction. Mahatma Gandhi wrote and spoke extensively about addiction, primarily focusing on alcohol, opium, and other intoxicants. For Gandhi, opposition to substance abuse was a core pillar of his philosophy, social reform programs, and political platform. His perspectives centered on a few key principles. Number one, more a disease than a vice. Unlike many moralists of his era who viewed addiction strictly as a personal moral failure, Gandhi famously wrote in Young India, "Drink is more a disease than a vice," quote unquote. He recognized the compulsive nature of addiction, observing that most individuals struggling with substance dependency feel deep shame when sober and lose rational control over their actions once under the influence. Number two, destruction across 4 dimensions. In his book, Key to Health, Gandhi outlined the total impact of alcohol and drug abuse, stating, in a nutshell, alcohol ruins one physically, morally, intellectually, and economically. He argued that intoxicants rob individuals of their reason, self-control, and capacity to perform meaningful work, while draining the financial well-being of working-class families. Number 3, personal and domestic impact. Gandhi's views were shaped by direct painful experience. His family experience, his eldest son, Harilal, struggled with severe alcoholism for much of his adult life. Gandhi noted the heartbreak of watching an intelligent, capable individual succumb to the habit. Also, observing working communities during his time in South Africa and across India, Gandhi witnessed how alcohol and opium devastated indentured laborers, impoverished families, and domestic life. Number 4, societal freedom versus personal slavery. Gandhi tied the battle against addiction directly to India's movement for political independence. He believed true freedom was possible if people remained captive to internal dependencies. Our freedom will be the freedom of slaves if we continue to be victims of the drink and drug habit. That's his quote. And number 5, policy and prohibition. Because of the destructive nature of intoxicants, total prohibition was a key element of Gandhi's constructive program. He famously remarked, "If I was appointed dictator for 1 hour for all of India, the first thing I would do would be to close without compensation all the liquor shops." He advocated for government regulation to restrict substances strictly to licensed medical prescriptions, alongside community education and compassionate outreach to help addicts recover. So, as we know, addiction is a problem all over the world, and it doesn't discriminate against different classes of individual, and it always has been a severe problem. A lot of that is attributed to how folks deal with the issues and problems that they face every day. That's Gandhi's perspective, and thanks for listening.